You've heard of Moses, but did you know that Moses is not a Hebrew name? In ancient Egypt, Moses meant child or born of, like in names such as Thoth-Mosis or Ramoses. But here's where it gets deeper. The spiritual name Thoth-Mosis, meaning child of Thoth, the Egyptian god of wisdom, became what we now call Moses. And when I saw the ancient image on the wall, I realized that crown, it looked just like the one worn by the Ooni of Ife. Could Moses, Thoth-Mosis, be the same person known by Yorubas as Oduduwa? What if the lost tribes of Israel never really left Africa? Let's decode the hidden link between Moses, Egypt, Oduduwa, and the true spiritual ancestry of the Yoruba people. Could the present-day Yoruba people be descendants of the lost tribe of Manasseh?
The Star of David was not created by King David. Today's Israelis absolutely have no legal nor spiritual legitimate claim to that land. Publicly, they're Muslims, Mohammed bin Salman, but privately they are Talmudic. The Jerusalem Talmud and the Palestinian Talmud that supports pedophilia, that a grown man can marry a 3-year-old girl. We're going to put Christ in a cauldron of hot semen. That's demonic. This Zionist regime, led by a devil, Benjamin Netanyahu, whose real name is Malachowski, witchcraft religion that this witch Oprah Winfrey is espousing. We have been lied to. We were taught that white people in the white diaspora created the global transatlantic slave trade. They did not. The Rothschilds were behind this. Testicles, this is sick, were put inside of the skull of the slave who ran from the plantation. The same process of drying the skull, but this time to testicles of a male slave who kept running from the plantation because he wanted to be a free agent. The greatest danger to Black America is the lack of Black fathers in Black homes. So we talked about this where they've been broken. Rappers wearing skirts and dresses. NBA players like Russell Westbrook wearing dresses. That means they are emasculate. I don't care how much money they make. You call yourself Snoop Dogg, Sneaky Cat, Big Fat, all of these slave names. Because they're still slaves here. I don't care how much money you make.
Woo. Another topic for another day.
I'm had it up to here with the corruption in this country. Little children being raped for the benefit of Israel. That's all it's about, Doc. Little American children being raped for the benefit of Israel. American politicians raping little American girls to be videotaped by Israeli Mossad so that Israel can blackmail American politicians. That's the state of America today. God ought to destroy this country for what we've become.
Let me just pop up one of the maps. So this is Nigeria, right? Isn't it? Yes, zoom out. This is West Africa, isn't it?
Yeah, Nigeria.
Yes, somewhere here. So this is the kingdom of Judah. The Judah, right? This is Emmanuel. This is Guilam Delay North West Africa map. 1707.
1707,
yes.
and it's showing
yes.
Judah.
Yes. in West Africa.
Isn't this around where Nigeria is?
Yes, exactly where Togo is.
A map from.
By the way, all those borders and countries you're mentioning are the divisions of the colonizers. By the way.
Sorry, I'm just still a bit shocked. The map from 1707 is showing Judah.
Yes, there's a lot
in Nigeria.
Yes, in West Africa. Look at this. Look at Euphrates here.
Oh, river. Oh, wow.
Euphrates. You see.
Wow.
Euphrates River. So that's why we have that there. So then we can go back on the map and check. I mean, you could just go on. By the way, the reason why it took that long, like 5 years, is the time to design this, okay, and to put all of these things there. If you, for example,
sorry, you're so used to this information that your mind's not blurred. Me, I'm still a bit frozen. Yeah, I need to boost a bit. No, I'm just shocked that I'm just.
We can have a commercial break.
Yeah, I'm seeing a map from 1707, and I'm seeing the Kingdom of Judah.
Yes.
Where Nigeria is.
Yes.
Good morning, bud.
Àgùntàn tó bá bájá rìn á jẹ̀gbẹ́. The sheep that walks with dogs will eventually eat feces. Lesson of the day. Watch the kind of friends you keep.
Because you cannot have 2 million Jews who die in Germany and you coin up words, anti-Semitism, anti-what, to protect the Jews. And you look over your shoulder. You have more than 100 million blacks who have died and have been killed. And there's no one who has come up with the concept of anti-black. And Jews are allowed to celebrate. And if you say anything against the Jews, then you are labeled as anti-Semitic.
But can't black people do the same thing?
We don't have control over the system that narrates this story so that we can actually begin to say, you cannot say to me 2 million Jews, whether it is true or it is exaggerated. That's a conversation for another day. But 2 million Jews die. Hitler is the most horrible man. Leopold kills 20 million Africans and he's still not the most West man that ever lived. Can you process that? Hitler kills 2 million white people. He's the most evil man that ever lived.
And he now came up with a crown from Oduduwa, and they now took it to Kemet, and from Kemet they took it to Egypt, and that's how pharaohs in Egypt emerged. So it's called Pharaoh. The crown that they took from Ife is Pharaoh. Now the kings of Egypt, they're called pharaohs.
Nigerians were the first Africans who taught me to believe in myself. Like every other African that I met always had like a certain level of like, how you doing? I was like, I'm okay. I'm fine. Like, we even say in South Africa, we'd be like, nyang, which means like I'm almost like I'm begging. I'm begging my way through. I'm
getting by.
I try. And Nigerians, I remember like literally were the first ones who were like, you're not trying, you're doing.
I'm Nigerian originally, and when I came to the U.S. when I was 6, I remember going to school here and realizing that in America, the coolest kids were not necessarily the smart kids. In Nigeria, when I was growing up, the coolest kids, the ones that, here might be the jocks or whatnot, they were the smartest because the teacher would read your report card in front of everybody and say your last name. So the cool kids were the top.
One thing I like about Nigerians, a Nigerian man, if he comes in here and speak, you won't doubt that this man has got
confidence.
What's been the biggest lesson you've learned in that journey?
If you can survive in my country, you can survive anywhere in the world. You know what I'm saying? The country gives you that hustling spirit, dedication, consistency.
Wow, Nigerians we're hustlers. We're special. We make our mark anywhere. Even if you are a taxi driver, even if you're a school teacher, a doctor, whatever it is, we will be the best at that. True. Whatever it is we're doing.
A friend of mine once told me that if you go to any part of the world and you do not find a Nigeria, leave that place. If you want the best engineers in the continent, they are Nigerian. If you want the best doctors, they are Nigerian. If you want good lawyers, they are Nigerian. If you want good people, they are Nigerians.
America is a world in which black people don't do the best things. Black people are not expected to do the best things. And I remember finding it quite silly because I'd come from Nigeria and I thought, surely he knows Nigerians are all brilliant.
So, Egypt was originally a place that can save people from starvation and thirst because of the big river Nile. It was there. But the original people of Egypt, the one who really owns Egypt, was a Yoruba man. I've said this. I am not a Yoruba man. Whereby somebody will say, oh, this man is giving credit to Yoruba people. Me, I give credit to where it belongs. So if it does not belong to you, don't be envy when I am speaking. Just listen and learn with a free mind and free heart. The man who went and put his village on that place that is called Egypt today was originally called Kemi. That is why some people have corrupted it to Kemet. So everybody woke up is going to Kemet's village, Kemet's land. And that man was really a mysterious man with the powers. I'm saying this, and I will later show you where the Ewes learned their powers. It was this man who performed things of which the people don't even understand. So, when the Greeks visited there, they saw a certain things that has been the man is doing that they can't apprehend. They just don't understand. So, all they will say is, Kemi is a very mysterious person. It's a very mysterious person. That is where they brought the word Kemi's mystery. Kemi's mystery.
Yes, chemistry.
Yes, we got chemistry from. It was Kemi's mysteries that he was performing. That the Greeks went and saw it and appreciated that that man is so really powerful. In fact, it was him that was using the one we call Afa. So anybody who is using Afa should say, I am lying, that Afa does not speak Yoruba language. Afa speaks Yoruba language.
It's true.
Before
the highest Afa is Afanago. I'm not into this, so I won't talk about it.
Me, I will tell you and tell you the truth.
And I go far.
You see?
From Yoruba. It's
from Yoruba. You see? So Kemi was the one who was performing all these things, and the Yoruba, his people were learning from him. So later on, the Ewes also went there. It was then that the dynasty, after that, Baba Kemi has died. Then the Ewes also took power and became pharaohs there. So through the Kemi's activities, the Ewes also learned the Afa tradition from the Yoruba people, the Yoruba man. I'm telling you the truth. Me, I don't lie, and I don't beg anybody to believe me. Whether you believe it or not, you will come to see it one day. You see? So, after that, then these people who have been ruling at Mesopotamia, which are the Akans, the drought hit them over there. So they were moving along to get where they can get water and food. That is where they came to reach the land of Kemi. Then they used their language in begging them that Misremo, Moma Yembe Bintra, Misremo. And that was what was corrupted to Mizrim.
Mizrim.
You see, it was corrupted to Mizrim. You see, so now after they have been given a place, they were also very skillful in designing, in creating many, many things. So when they also took over the dynastic power, they started their inventions, their accounts. They started their inventions, which they were practicing in Mesopotamia. They started it there, building the pyramids, making a lot of things to happen.
Heard that you black people that was stolen from Africa to America, that you don't know who you are, but you are the children of Yahweh, the children of Israel, and I'm telling you, you have to come back to your homeland, here to Zion, Jerusalem, because as the Gentiles, we do need you. We need you to come and pray because you are our Savior. You're the one that was chosen by Yahweh to live in this land, not the Jewish people, it's you. You were stolen from Africa, they deceived you, they told you that you are slaves, but you actually the children of Israel. And it's time just to come back. Come for your people, come back for us, come back for all Gentiles, because only you gonna save us.
Iba koda, iba sheda, iba uri, iba rumila, baba ifa. Ẹgbọ́ pẹ̀lẹ́ bọ́tà mo fẹ́ bá fani gbólóhùn. Ifá olókun asọ̀rọ̀ dayọ̀, ẹlẹ́rìí ìpín àtórí ẹni tí ó sún wọn ṣe. Ifá dákun kò dábọ̀, má fi re pé bí, má fi bí péré, má fòlòlò fọ̀hún. Ifá ní kí ọ, Ifá ní ṣe ọpẹ́lẹ̀. Ifá lóhun rire, ire wọlé dé. Ifá orí mi rè jí yóò gbé, èmi ni yóò gbé. Bàbá Ifá gbé mi kórè, ọ̀yẹ̀kú méjì mi ò jẹ́ kú ní kékeré. Ìwòrì méjì ṣọ́ mi lọ́wọ́, mọ́nítọ́ tún ṣe nìyẹn.